Phillip here. Today I'm super excited because we got a Milwaukee PACKOUT Light. As you know, I love Milwaukee lights. On the channel I've done many videos on the Milwaukee lights. So let's take a look at this, see what you get with this unit, and we're going to test it out and see how well this thing works out. I got a confession too. I'll tell you soon. I'll tell you in a few minutes. But something about this unit. Okay, so in this unit, it retails, by the way, for $199, which the price, I don't think is too bad. Price isn't too bad. It's, you know, people are going to argue about the price all day long, but it's PACKOUT. It's going to have that quality to it. And so let's just pull this out. So, all right. So this is what you're going to get. It's going to come in a bag just like this. And pretty much just the unit itself. You get your directions, which doesn't tell you too much. Okay, so this is the unit right here. This has 3 lights, and it'll mount to all of your PACKOUT stuff. Ooh. Let's pull this off. Yeah, we got some little stickies here. Everybody seems to like to do that. We'll just pull this one off. All right. All right, so we have 3 lights on this unit, which each light will rotate 360 degrees. So you can pretty much put this light anywhere that you want it to be. This has Milwaukee's I think it's their TRUEVIEW lighting on it. It's fabulous. It's an amazing light technology that they have. So it makes it look like, it doesn't make it look like, it shows you if something's orange and the light hits it, it's orange. That's what it is. If it's supposed to be red, it's going to be red. It's so you don't get confused, because some lights, they give off a different Kelvin, and it doesn't look like orange and red almost would look the same. Not with this. This has that TRUEVIEW on it. So orange is orange, red is red, yellow is yellow, blue is blue. That way, if you're working on anything that has colors, you're not going to mess up. So Milwaukee has your back on that. The unit itself, it seems pretty solid. Like I said, you can mount it to your PACKOUT unit right here. Let's mount it to the PACKOUT unit that I have. So it's really nice. Let's move this a little bit closer. But I like the handle. The handle is pretty sweet. Now, is it gonna get in the way with stuff? Maybe, but I like that you can just flip it, easily grab it, and go with it. So now, where do we put everything? So on this side is where you put your battery. So it's gonna open up, and then you get your diagram right here, and it tells you the power states of the battery when you're charging it. Now this will hold up to any M18 battery. You can use an M18 2.0 all the way up to an M18 12.0. And it looks like, yes, it does look like there is room for improvement for new batteries. It's quite, well, it's kind of hard to get in there. I think it's just new. It's just, oh. There we go. Didn't want to go in. Just gotta work its way in there. Okay. So just watch when you put a 12.0 battery in there. I would use a regular one at first. See, it's still, yeah, I would definitely use a regular battery, not a big one right away, just so it kind of works the plastic. Just because it's new, it's gonna be tight. So the regular ones slide in and out a lot better. So just be aware of that. Your 12.0s are gonna probably get caught in there, especially if you have bigger hands. It's gonna be hard to get out just at first, because the plastic needs to get wore a little bit. You know, I think that happened on my PACKOUT radio. It still does it every once in a while when I put a 12.0 battery in there. It's just, it needs to get worked. Okay, and so we put the M18 battery in. This one is a This one's a 4.0, just so the people know. And then we're gonna shut the compartment, and you have your on off right here. There's different modes you can set up. You hit the mode button and you can have the side lights off. You can have the side lights on, the middle one off, or you can have all three of them. I wish they had one more mode to where you can have one of the lights on and then one of the side lights off. That would have been nice, because that's going to definitely increase your long runtime on this. They say up to about 31 hours with a 5.0 battery, and that's only with the side lights on. This big LED's not, you know, you're not going to get that 31 hours, but that 31 hours on a 5.0 battery is pretty insane compared to what, you know, the other Milwaukee lights used to run on. You know, I think the lantern lights, I think it like a 9.0 battery or something like that. You maybe get like 3 or 4 hours on, but up to 31 hours with these lights are freaking bright. Okay, now what are the lumens on this? So altogether, you're gonna get 3,000 lumens if you have all these on at once. Okay? And then you can dim these down too. They're on the side, right here, there is a button next to the power, and you can dim these down. There's 3 different settings. Now, if we shut the unit off and then we turn it back on, it's gonna remember that we had it on low. So it'll automatically go back to the original setting you had it on. So it's on low, then we can go to high, medium, low. Okay, we're gonna shut those off. We're gonna put these back down. Now on the other side, we have our USB connection. It's a 2.0 or 2.1 USB connection in here. So if you have a USB device, you can plug it in just like that, and then you can put it in here and store it. And then all you do is shut it. Just to watch out, because a lot of the phones, Samsungs and your bigger phones, this is just a portable like power bank, but this is about the size of my iPhone, and it fits in there perfectly. But your bigger phones, just watch out. They may not fit in here. It isn't as deep as I would like it. It just, like, you know, it just seems like there should be a little bit more room in there, especially for storage. So you don't have to have your battery to use this. You can plug it in right here on the side, which is really nice. Just plug a cord in and you can have this thing running. Milwaukee does another thing better, because if you're gonna have a cord plugging in the unit, why not make it a charger too? Yes, that's right, this is a charger. Also, it'll charge this 4.0 battery. It's not a rapid charger, so it's just your basic Milwaukee charger. So if you have a 12.0, I think it takes, with a normal charger, not a rapid charger, I think it almost takes about 80 minutes to charge this 12.0. So if you have a 12.0 in this, just figure it's going to take about 80 minutes to charge it. But having a charger is better than having no charger, so you're gonna be able to do something with it. So, you know, that's a nice little bonus. It's not just a light, it can also be a charger. And I wish it had that on a lot of the units, like the M18 job site radius light. That thing is huge. It takes 2 batteries, and if you can plug it in 2, I wish it would charge both those batteries at the same time. But anyways, I digress. So now you can mount this to the PACKOUT unit. So mount this to the PACKOUT unit. Now the one thing that I've noticed with this, when you mount it to the PACKOUT unit, you have to mount it on the right side. Why? Because if you mount it on the other side, you cannot get your lights open. That's one little downside that I don't like about the unit is you always have to have it on the right side. Then you can turn them on, which would have been cool. I not just have one of them. I went and bought myself 2 of them. And you ask, why, Phil, did you buy 2 of them? Because they're cool. And I love lights for some reason. I can't mount this one on here. It just won't mount. You know, it would be nice if you can mount 2 of them side by side. You know what I mean? It just, because that would just be super sweet. But they did it so you can't. But now if you could, like I said, you could take this off, have the lights up like how I do, and put it on, and there you go. You can have them like that, spin these around, and then you got this whole fiasco of lights, which is pretty cool. I'm not saying, you know, not saying it's bad or anything, because you can plug in these and look at that. You have all these lights that you could just shine everywhere, every which way, and it's just insane. You can shine them up. You could be up working on a lift and just shine them up in the air and do all this stuff with it. But the only downside is now that when I'm done with the unit, I can shut these off, but to close it up, you got to take it off, put these down, and then put it back on the unit. By no means for me is that big of a deal breaker, but just be aware of that. Because I don't know about you, but that just looks cool. It does. I think that's one of the reasons why we love Milwaukee Tools, is because they're cool. So why did I buy 2? Like I said before, because they're cool, but what I mainly bought them for is because you can use these if you have the PACKOUT wall mount plates. You have these wall mount plates. The way you mount these and use these lights, the possibilities are endless. You can mount this to your skyjack lift and have this on the outside of it, and then just clip in your PACKOUT light, and then, you know, you have your light source on the side of the lift, and you can use it any which way you want, and then you got free space up on the lift. But you know, or I'm like, if you see my video with these PACKOUT mounting plates, I have one on the back of my Kubota. This thing mounted to the back of my Kubota at night, it's gonna light some stuff up, I'll tell you that. And you know, the possibilities are endless. They're just endless on this thing. So that's one of the main reasons why I got 2, is because one's for work, one's for farm. So if you like this video, give a thumbs up. You know, let me know in the comments below what you think about it. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And I'm Phillip Bridges, and I will see you on the next one.